Loki. And so today is going to be a crafting project that I don't really particularly feel qualified to complete. But for the love of my cat, I want to try anyways. So my cat, he is like, if you've ever seen like Velcro cats on social media, if you look up what a Velcro cat is, he is extremely clingy and he doesn't like to just like go and do things independently, which is at the same time, hi! How are you doing, my friend? My twin. I am, no. What's wrong? Please don't be depressed. I'm making a bird feeder to entertain my cats so they'll stop bothering me while I'm editing videos. So we got time. What's wrong? Moxie, come here. Say hi to Cat. Come here. Oh, McDonald's is grody. I don't blame you. Don't be too depressed though. Moxie, say hi. Say hello. You don't want to say hello. Okay, okay. I know. We'll put you down. Say hello. Okay. She said, hi, Bobby. So she didn't want me to pick her up to say hi, but she's like on the edge of the table. She just wants to participate on her own terms. That's Moxie, by the way. So what I'm doing today is making a bird feeder to hang outside my window so that the cats will have something to do while I edit videos and they'll stop bothering me. Because I love them, but sometimes, especially Loki, here he comes, is extremely clingy. Come here. Come here so you can say hi. And then he walks away. Loki, come here. Thank you. This shirt is a shirt I got as a prize for running a 5K. Loki. It's kind of like an around the house shirt. As you can see, it's way, way too big. Loki, come here. He says he refuses. Ouch. That sounds extremely painful. My cat is refusing to come say hello, but if I can capture him, I'll have him say hi. Right now, we're just cutting cardboard to make the bird feeder. In Japan, water usually comes in like a big box, like the way I buy it. I get these waters. And so I'm gonna recycle the box to make a bird feeder. Asan? O wa yo u gozaimasu. Ohayo. Ohayo? No? Ohayo gozaimasu. Wakaru. Ohayo gozaimasu. Hi. ごめんなさい。お名前漢字で、漢字読んでできない。本当にごめんなさい。すみません。でも、こんにちは。おはようございます。Okay, good. I'm glad you were wearing safety equipment when you fell off of your dirt bike. Please continue to do that. Loki's in the window playing. Hold on. There he is. Loki, say hi. Say hello, Loki. He says he's more interested in the birds. All right. Pods 31, what's up? What's good? How you doing? Sophie, it's raining tacos from out of the sky. Looks like we've got a couple of dirt bike lovers in the chat. I think it looks like fun, but maybe a little scary for me. Come here. I captured Loki. Say hello. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch, ouch. Hi, guys. Junior Silcott. Sicklot? What's up? How are you today? I captured Loki. Loki actually loves the camera. If Loki could have his own YouTube channel and like do the content himself, he would. He would absolutely have his own independent YouTube channel without me. Guys, this is way harder to cut than I thought it would be. Maybe I can just like bend it. Besides, the McDonald's today is wonderful. I know, I remember. I told him thank you for sending you over and some of your community buddies, members from his channel. He's great. What was wonderful about today? See, I'm trying to like cut this. Moxie? It just suddenly got very quiet. Moxie. Guys, hang on. Okay, I think, where did I put the scissors? Okay, they're right here. I think Moxie must have left the room because I don't see her. But if you don't watch her, she will be raiding the trash can, so you have to keep an eye out. Okay, this works a little better. We're making some progress. Why do I always do this? I start crafting projects and then they turn out to be way more difficult than I thought. One of my neighbors realized that I can speak a little bit of Japanese, and he added me online, so now he is my pen pal. So you posting in Japanese reminded me I need to write him back. Usually when I message Japanese friends who don't speak a lot of English, I use like Google Translate or something, or like another translation app to make sure that we can understand each other. But for this friend, he's like, let's try our best to practice like organically. So I've been using like dictionaries and stuff to like carefully type out messages in Japanese, which is so hard. But it is making me better. These men don't play hard. They have break their balls. They have many of those. What you talking about? After school, you went to the park. It rained. You fell. Oh, that's a bummer. Please be careful. Falling down is the worst. I think I've fallen a lot making videos for you guys. But it's my own fault because sometimes I'll just get so into the video I won't pay attention to where I'm walking and I'll slip like going down the stairs or something. Like in the video I did for the island. Oh my gosh. I think all of those things that you just described would frustrate me a lot. I feel like when I was a teenager, I was more likely to get really like mad about that sort of thing. And now as an adult, I think it would still annoy me, but I think I'm a little bit better at taking like a deep breath and walking away. But sometimes it's like, come on, guys. Like, I feel like that about Loki sometimes. Like he threw up on he has like a cat wheel for exercising. And I'm like, you couldn't go someplace else? I know, like, he didn't feel good, but come on. But he's a cat. He probably had a hairball. He doesn't get many of them, but occasionally. It's fine, though. I took the carpet from his wheel and I washed it, and it's outside drying now, so he'll be okay. Moxie made a reappearance. I don't know if you saw when she walked by that her arm, like under her arm, has been like losing fur. We're losing fur. And the vet said it could be like anxiety or allergies or something, and just keep an eye on them. They've been doing a little better, but I've been trying to vacuum their room more to keep the dust out. What do you mean by chicken, cat? You miss a cat? Steve's lava chicken. Moxie, say hi. I don't think I've ever had Steve's lava chicken before. I'm vegetarian, so I have not eaten chicken in a while. And I'm trying to remember, when was the last time I had lava chicken? I don't think I've ever had it, honestly. Alright, here comes Loki to help. I don't know if you guys can see him. He's not close enough to be seen. He's coming, though. See, there he is. Loki, are you helping or hindering? I don't even know if this project is going to work or not, to be honest, but I'm going to try, okay? Optimism is key. Hi. Hi. So at this point, we have like 3 little strips from the cardboard, and we're going to make like 1 more. And then we can start cutting out patterns. My plan is to make this for the sparrows more than anything, because the sparrows are pretty small. I don't want to attract squirrels, because the squirrels out here are just a little too wild for all that. And we have a lot of sparrows near our house. The crows are kind of troublemakers, so I don't want them either. But the sparrows are chill, so if I make it so the sparrows can use it, but nobody else. That's the plan. I think let's go for an hour and a half today. Ronaldo! What's up, though? How are you doing today? Hi! We're making another crafting project today, so you haven't missed much. I just started. So I finally cut all the little strips off. There's so many people who don't even do it. You know, I think it's fair to say I should be more grateful for what I have, but I also kind of wish things were different or better. I think that's valid, you know? I don't think you should be so focused on like the bad that you aren't grateful for what you have, but it's valid if you're like, you know, I really don't like McDonald's and I don't feel like eating it, but that's what I gotta eat, you know? I think both are valid. That's my vote. All right. I was thinking to use this to make like a circle for the base, but I think that might be too big. So I'm just gonna use the bottom of the glue instead. And I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna use a Sharpie and like trace around it. Wish me luck, guys. I am not an expert. Okay. Maybe circle. How am I gonna? I guess I can just go ahead and cut it. Orlando, what's up? How are you doing? I am making a bird feeder for my cats. This is going to be entertainment for them. So I'm trying to make something small but durable that can go outside and they can just sit and watch. So that's part of it. I'm making this out of a box. This was used for water bottles. I don't really have a pattern. I'm just deciding as I go. I have one problem, which is I'm worried that when it rains, it's going to get ruined. So I'm going to have to figure out how to waterproof it. But first I want to make this structure. Thank you, Orlando. No, do not say that, Sophie. Let's think positively, okay? Positive thoughts. You know, sometimes like what you say affects how you think and the results you get. I have 2 cats. So that's Moxie. And Loki, come here. Come here. I just caught Loki. And this is Loki. Yeah, that's Loki. So maybe I can... Ow, ow, ouch, ouch, ouch. Maybe I can make like a sparrow-sized container. They don't have to go inside of it. They just have to be able to reach inside of it. So, hold on. I've got to measure. I'm going to use something. Maybe this tall. You have a... What are you doing? Huh? That's not helpful. That is not helpful. I think I want to make it a little taller than I need. Loki would love to play any box right now, but the box is mostly destroyed, so. Alright. Gonna mark these off. I think after this, I'm gonna have to probably go to the store and get like some duct tape or something to waterproof the structure, because it's rainy season right now, and I don't want it to be so soggy the birds can't use it, because that kind of defeats the purpose. But sometimes it gets really windy, so then if the wind blows, it could probably still get inside. But I'm gonna try and design the roof to be the strongest part. I think that's a good idea. Okay. Trying to trim these to be all the same size. Got one more. Loki and Moxie. Okay, let's see. So now I'm going to try and make it so that the ends of these are all kind of bent at the same point. So that's what I'm going to do now. Measure them and then mark where they're going to bend. I honestly don't know if this is a one-day task. I thought it was going to be, but you know, sometimes crafting seems to take longer. The cats don't seem to mind. I'm just marking where I'm gonna glue right now. Roughly. But I feel like it's not exact enough. Maybe I'll do the inverse. I'll just do like a small tab and then use that as a marker. Yeah, that's much better. Because I need to add glue on the ends. Oop. I know. But you know what? I feel like right now, since they have like birds to watch outside, they kind of don't mind that I'm destroying the box that they could have played in, because they have other alternative entertainment. Okay, so we have the two circles, and I'm gonna use the bigger circle as the base, because to me that makes more sense. So we'll put the bigger circle on the bottom and the other circle on the top. So I'm gonna just glue. There's one more thing I need to do, which is mark. Since I have 4 base pieces, I'm gonna use them on each corner of the circle I have. So now I need to like mark roughly the center of the circle. and then put a support on each end. Okay, like that. Okay, put a little bit of glue on there. Oh, it doesn't want to stay. I didn't predict that. I need a weight or something to keep it in place, even if it's just temporarily. What can I put on here? I mean, it seems like it's kind of sticking, but I need a weight. I'm gonna sacrifice my water bottle temporarily, just until the glue gets a little more tacky. In the meantime, for cuteness sake, I'm going to make like a little poink, like castle top for the feeder. It also needs like a landing area. Lunch spot for today. Some ideas. Boom. Ooh, have you heard about the place called Yam? Because I heard that place was good. And I've been meaning to go there. So that's my recommendation. I've been legit wanting to go. So I feel like that's... if I was in that area, that's what I would suggest. Oh, would that be cute? It could be like a little pointy. Loki, what do you think? No? But how am I going to get it to stay? Okay. You know what? Smoothies do always hit. Especially when it's hot. And it's been warming up lately. That's difficult. They might not be that far apart, honestly. My recommendation is to check the location and see if they're far apart from each other. And then if not, I don't know, maybe flip a coin. Because the area where the smoothie spot is has more choices. And the other place is kind of like a gamble. So that's my current suggestion. As Kat suggested earlier in the chat, I think having a good roof is important to try and reduce the rain exposure. So that's what we're trying to do. Something that's easy. I think it's with 1A, but it's definitely called Yam. I don't know. So maybe it's got to fold down in order for this to work. Every time I hear cat footsteps, I get concerned because I don't want them on the kitchen counter. Okay. Should I do this way instead though? Because this side's more cute. Please let me know what you think. Because I legit have been wanting to go there. It looks good and they've been getting good reviews. And I think it's new too. I'm just gonna go with it. I don't know, actually. There's a there's a Mediterranean restaurant in Ibisu that I've been wanting to go to. I actually DM'd them on Instagram to ask them, can I do a video at their restaurant, and they haven't responded yet. So I'm gonna try and go there. Yesterday, I live streamed in Asakusa, and while I was streaming, no. So after I was done streaming, I did a video there because I bought something that I want to show you guys. But you guys are gonna have to wait till the video for that. But I was in Asakusa, and I saw there's a small business there, and they had a little sign. I'm just gonna hold this, and it had they basically, it's like a little shop in that area, and they have a YouTube channel. It's a Japanese shop. And so I was kind of nervous, but I went inside the store and I was like, hey, I make YouTube content too. Do you mind if I like record inside of your store and show people around it so that if people are in this area, they can see it? And the guy was just kind of like, okay, sure. So I just recorded inside of the store, and I like showed what they sell. It's like a really cute little shop. Like they sell like little, like, I forget the name of them, but there are these traditional little sack style purses or bags that people will carry usually when they're wearing like yukata or kimono. And they have like a little wooden handle, and they're just kind of like a little satchel that you can carry. They're very cute, and they're like made of like cute fabric. And then they also sell small towels, which might seem kind of random. Like, why would you want to buy like a small towel in the middle of Tokyo? But it gets extremely hot and extremely humid during the summertime here. And so if you're traveling and you're walking around in Tokyo in the summer, it helps to have a little hand towel. And you'll see like people, like salary workers on their way to and from the office, they have little hand towels to like wipe off the sweat and kind of like, you know, refresh a little bit. So you can buy the towels there, and they just have like keychain stuff, like little cute stuff. So I asked the guy if it's okay if I recorded in his store, and he said yeah. And he even gave me like a little map thing, so hopefully it makes it easier to find once I upload the video. I don't want to glue this to the table. I think that's good enough. So now I'm thinking maybe I can put like little shingles on this, like all the way down. And maybe I can close off the front. We're gonna try and do that. In the meantime, this part is glued, so we're gonna glue the next one. I kind of loosely made an X on it. It's not centered, but it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just, it needs to be stable enough that it's not gonna fall down when the birds use it. And with enough surface area that I can reinforce it with duct tape later, so that when it's raining, I'm gonna move that away. Yeah, so that when I reinforce it with duct tape later, it's, I don't know, it stays waterproof. I probably am going to need more support besides just these, so maybe I should make something of the same size. So we're going to do that, I think. I'm just deciding as I go, okay? So there's no actual formal plan here. If this actually works though, I am definitely going to post an update of the birds using it. The other reason why I'm building this is because I brush my cats out a lot, and I know that sometimes birds use like animal fur if they can find it for insulation for their nest. And I saw this documentary on sparrows, and that sparrows are actually becoming more and more threatened, even though they're technically a common species. So this is mainly for the sparrows. And yes, I know that might be a little bit nerdy, but I don't mind. I'm okay with that. Okay, thank you very much for hanging out. It's good to see you again. Have a great rest of your day. Ronaldo. I also need to go to the store and buy more rope. Ronaldo just reminded me. Because a while ago, I did a live stream rewrapping the cat scratcher. And now the big one needs to be rewrapped. So I need to do that too. I was actually making a list before I started streaming of what I needed from the store. Alright. Is that enough? Nope, it needs a few more minutes. So then this, I am going to use these to segment it so I can fold it. You're going to fold it on increments based on the support. Can you tell based on this project what I majored in university? Because as I'm doing this, I feel like my major is showing. Not in university, but in junior college. I have 2 degrees. But this is reminding me of my initial associate's degree. And no, it's not engineering. It's definitely not engineering. Hold still. It smells like glue in here. The glue I have is wood glue, but it's like very strong wood glue. Today's project, besides this, right? Because this is only a small part of my day, like the live stream. So today's actual task is editing a video. And the video that I'm working on right now is like over an hour and 30 minutes of footage originally. And I'm thinking it probably depends. It depends on how the video was created, like what kind of footage it is. And also who is editing it. But to me, the way the video was shot, because it's just, I'll tell you guys. Since you guys are here for the live stream, I'll tell you a sneak peek, okay? So the video I'm editing is a video of my husband and I went to a soba noodle class here in Japan. Like how to prepare soba noodles. The only thing we didn't get to do was prep the ingredients and actually cook the noodles ourselves. The sensei that was instructing us cooked the noodles for us. But everything else we got to do. And let me tell you, okay? Making soba noodles. What's up, Mac? How you doing? Making soba noodles, okay, is a lot more work than I initially thought. Like, in my head, I thought, like, maybe you mix up the ingredients and then you put them through, like, a noodle maker. Because I've seen, like, videos of that. Like, cooks will, like, they'll make the noodle ingredients and then they'll put them through a machine and then it just kind of, like, streams out the noodles. You guys know what I mean? But making soba noodles here in Japan was not like that. Like, we were like mixing everything with our hands, and then we had like these special dowels, like there's like giant dowel rolling pans, and there's like a special way that you roll it. You don't just roll it. You have to like move your hands so it makes the noodles even. And there's steps for everything, exactly, from scratch. And the other thing is, like, as we were making these noodles, right, usually I do the cooking. And if you guys watch this channel a lot, you probably have seen me live stream while making dinner or something. So you guys know I cook, like, fairly often. But my husband, he doesn't cook as often, and he was a natural at it. Like, every single thing our instructor was saying, he got it right away. Like, he was a natural at it. And so I'm watching the video back as I'm editing it, and most of the video is just the teacher complimenting how well my husband is learning while I'm in the background struggling. You guys will have to see it, but it was a lot of fun. But it's a lot of footage to edit. And when I first started, I could have been editing this video a while ago, but I was just like, dang, this is a lot of work. But for me, when it comes to making content, it's usually, it kind of ebbs and flows. So it definitely will be. And usually, like, my husband is not in my videos a lot. He's not like as in front of the camera, but in this video you can definitely see his sense of humor. I get roasted and he's a lot better at making these noodles the traditional way than I am. So that was fun. I don't think I actually show the camera, like, comparing the noodles. I wish I had done that, because his noodles came out a lot better than mine did. But you can hear the chef complimenting him continuously throughout the video, and I'm in the background just like... But the cool thing is that the restaurant itself, apparently it's been in the same family for like 3 or 4 generations. And so I'm gonna like link the restaurant in the video, so if anybody is in the area or comes to the area and wants to check it out and do the class, everyone will be able to support the same business, because they were super nice to us. Even me, they were very patient. The chef was very patient with me, although I was not really getting it. I mean, I ultimately got it in the end because he was a good teacher, but like, I was not like a natural by any means. Alright, I feel like this is going to be a good side. The only thing I should have done before doing this was mark where it's going to bend. And I think that was a mistake. See, here comes Loki to tell me I messed up. You ruined our house. I don't think he cares. He doesn't realize what's happening. I'm enjoying, though, right now, that it is like that brief period in Japan between spring and summer, where during the day the weather sometimes gets to a point of pure perfection. But yesterday in Tokyo, I was definitely overheating. I was getting very, very hot. Okay, that's not so bad. How low-key. So now we're going to make some little tabs on here so they can be folded and glued. I'm really wanting more caffeine. I had caffeine this morning. What are you doing? Are you okay? I don't want him to start licking me next, because I feel like that's what's coming, but... Okay, I have to find it. I don't know if it's smart to link it on my channel or not, but yesterday I was like, I haven't really, like, practiced my Japanese in a while, and, like, when it comes to being a student of Japanese, I love the language, and I care about learning it, but at the same time, it's really important to me not to force it. I don't want to get to the point where I'm making myself study Japanese, or I, like, come to, like, not enjoy it, because I feel like that takes away the joy of learning for me. And that's very, very important. And I realized that when I took a Japanese class. I took a Japanese class online, and that's not my preferred way to learn, but I was like, I need to continuously study. I want to, like, you know, I don't know. Like, you know how, like, you just, like, oh, I need to keep my momentum going, right? And so I took this Japanese class online, which I had no business doing. I should not have done. That's not my preferred way to learn, and that matters when it comes to Japanese, because it's something that's important for me to learn, but I want to learn in a way that I can enjoy, that's fun for me to learn. That's so important to me. And so I took this class online. It was not fun at all. I struggled. I barely got through it. Honestly, part of the reason I passed the class in the first place was because a teacher from another class jumped in and tutored me out of the goodness of her heart. And so then after that, I was like, I am not doing that. Loki, can you please stop knocking things over and breaking them? Hold on. See, that's how you break stuff, Loki. Don't touch. Oh, man. Loki just interrupted my train of thought. Oh, yes. So yesterday, I was like, I would like to maybe watch something in Japanese to help me study. So I found this cartoon in Japanese, and I was watching this cartoon while I was doing the dishes. I have to find the name of the cartoon if I'm going to link it or tell you, because I don't know what the actual name of the cartoon was. The cartoon was very simple, so it was pretty easy to understand, even without the subtitles. It had subtitles, but I wasn't really using them heavily because, like, the Japanese in it was pretty simple, so I could kind of follow along with the storyline. But that's not what was the most memorable thing about it. The most memorable thing about it was, like, there's, like, a little girl character, and, like, she's literally doing all the work in her house. Like, her mom goes on vacation, and then she's left to, like, get the groceries, prepare the dinner. She has to go buy the groceries, make the dinner for everybody. And then her mom is like, hey, like, you know, watch over your dad and don't let him drink too much. And so she's in charge of managing all of those different aspects of her household, but she's like a little kid, you know? And so the anime goes through the whole process of her like trying to make food, and so like she prepares like an appetizer for her dad, and then she's trying to like get him to not drink while she's preparing food, but he's still drinking. And then by the time she prepares like the full course meal, she had like a steak, hamburger steak, and a soup, and like all of this stuff prepared for him, rice with sides and stuff. And then by the time she's prepared everything, like he's so intoxicated he's not able to like enjoy the meal with her. And I'm like, this cartoon is very I feel like I'm reliving childhood traumas watching this. Like, I wanted to study. I wanted to study, not be traumatized. It was honestly a little bit upsetting. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I just found the wrong episode. Welcome back, Sophie. Glad you were able to join us again. So far we've made a roof. And we're making the walls now. You can be new. You can be new. This is one of the walls, and I cut little tabs in it so I can glue it down. And then this is the base. I don't know if this is gonna actually work or not. And this honestly might be a multiple day project, because I thought I can just like do everything at once, but I don't know. You fell asleep? That's probably a good thing though. Okay, so we could just put this on here. That is the worst to me. Like when something happens in your dream that's like sudden, and then you're like, whoa, and then you wake up and you're just like lying there. That happens to me a lot. The only thing that's worse than that to me is like waking up to an earthquake, which has happened a couple times here. Where you're like in the middle of a dream or something, and it's like a very peaceful, calm dream, and then suddenly everything in the dream starts shaking or something, and then you wake up and the house is actually shaking. But I really hate earthquakes, so. Moxie, let's not do that. You're doing too much licking on your hand. I'm worried about the cats overgrowing. Okay, I'm gonna sit this on the side. Maybe I can start gluing this, not this one, from underneath. No? I feel like we can do that. Let's do that. I'm gonna try and make it even. Proceeds to not make it even. I'll try. I feel like my cats are asking to be bathed. That's what they're doing, a lot of licking. Have you ever had, like, lived near somebody that just, like, I don't know, like just says stuff randomly. I feel like I can hear someone talking outside, and I think I know who that is. I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't even know what the two cats are doing, because, ma'am, Moxie is over here, overdoing it, licking her hand. And I don't like when she does that, because I don't want her to get injured. And Loki, see, can you see the bird? That Loki is like right here. He's like, leave me alone, my TV show is on. And then Moxie, she was licking her hand before, but now she wants to watch too because of the birds. So I'm thinking if I just put like a little bird feeder or something out, then they can do this in the window in my office instead of constantly meowing and bothering me. And it'll be a win-win, you know? It's like when parents give their kids the iPad and they're like, all right, watch Dora the Explorer over there. I need to be able to take some deep breaths. Okay, I want these two to go together, but I don't know how I'm going to accomplish that because I feel like it needs some weight to like secure it. And I don't know. Some clamps would help. There's an F3 tornado 7 miles away a few days ago. See, I've never encountered a tornado. But I want to say maybe since living in Japan, there have been 3 or 4 tornado warnings that are in the same area as us. So like not in the same, ooh, it's already open. Not in the same town as us, but like in the same prefecture as us. So I guess it would be like in the same county or the same state if you compared it to the US. I think I'm just going to have to hold this if I want it to stay because I don't really have a good clamp to keep it on. So I'm just going to have to. I have a vision and I'm not backing down. So it's just going to have to, I'm just going to have to hold it. Ooh. I don't know how good of an idea this was, but yeah, they will include a lot of counties. Yeah, here it's like Japan is kind of similar in size to California. And then the country itself is separated into like prefectures, cities, municipalities, regions. So like there's kind of like different, or wards, there's different ways that they're separated. That means it's noon. So if something happened in the same prefecture as me, it doesn't necessarily mean it was very close to me. Like it could be in the same prefecture, but it could be like over an hour away. If that makes sense. This is kind of sticking a little better than I thought it would. For what? I think this actually might work, to be completely honest. I'm gonna hold it for a few more moments because I don't want it to fall apart. After this stream, then my next task is gonna be going to the store because I need to buy more cat litter. And I also am doing a little bit of cleaning around the house. And I gotta finish the video that I'm editing. The soba noodle cooking class video. And I don't know if you guys noticed. What is your next task? Your homework? Because I know you said you had some homework. Sleeping. Well, don't stay up too late, please. Sleep is really, really important. You'll do that about 4 a.m. So, when I was a teenager, so like maybe from 19 to all the way in my 20s, my early 20s, I was like working like full-time and going to school because I didn't want student loans, or I was working like multiple jobs and going to school, and I would do all-nighters all the time. I mean, but still in your teens. It's still because the reason I say that is because women can still grow, you know. So like you know your body and then your brain, I think it doesn't fully develop until you're 25 or something like that. Exactly, that's my point. And so in my mind, I'm like, I'm young. I got my whole life ahead of me. I'm going to do all-nighters every night. It doesn't matter. I'm going to drink Monsters and Red Bull and like, you know, do hard physical labor, you know, because I used to work at Wally World, and I would be pulling the pallets around to restock and stuff like that. I actually left that job because my back was injured, and they were trying to make me stay like an hour after my shift, even after my back was injured, and I was like, I'm not doing this. The point of this is that now I'm about to be 32 this month, and now I feel like I feel older sometimes, or I feel like I have to put more effort into taking care of my body now, because I did not take care of my body at all when I was younger, because I was like, it doesn't matter, I'm young, I can do whatever I want. I used to be a gymnast too, and I remember drinking like a Red Bull or Monster or like one of those energy drinks before a tumbling class, and I remember tumbling and being like, I literally feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack, like not exaggerating, you know? I don't know, everybody should, you know, consider the consequences of their action before doing it themselves. I'm not trying to persuade anyone to do something that doesn't align with their own values or whatever. But I'm just saying sometimes it's better if you can learn from somebody else's mistakes and not your own. And I personally regret not taking better care of myself when I was younger, because now I feel like I'm paying for those decisions now. And if I knew what I know now, I would have taken better care of myself. So that's the moral of my story. And that's why I'm always trying to tell you to go to bed and get rest and stuff like that. I really love when you guys hang out with me. I love, like, you know, getting to hear about everybody's day and, like, learn more about basically my digital neighbors and friends, you know? But I also, it's so important to me that everybody takes good care of themselves, because I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I feel like sometimes we all just need somebody to tell you, like, please take care of yourself. You know? Good. I love hearing that. I think that's one of my goals for this channel. Like, if nobody else reminds you to take good care of yourself and love yourself and, like, it's gonna be okay, I want to help remind everybody. Because I feel like I need to hear that a lot. It's like 11. Oh, 11 likes? Yo, Sophie, we're growing. Little by little, we're growing. The community is growing. Hi. Loki, say hello. Stop licking your tail. I'm gonna have to give my cats baths. Say hi. Say hello. He's upset because he would rather lick his tail, but the over licking is not good. So, note to self, bathe cats. Me too. I'm excited too. Because in the beginning, I felt like, what if no one ever watches? And I never really talked to anybody on here, but now there's a couple people that are like regulars. So I have like digital friends. Okay. I don't want it to be fully closed, but maybe I can trim part of this one, because it needs to be open enough. Yeah, I'm gonna trim this one. We're making the executive decision to trim it. Trying to cut in a straight line is kind of hard when you didn't fold evenly in the first place. This one's a little bit more even. What you think? Do you approve? I think he approves. My vote is always the more comfortable, the better. But it also depends on the temperature. Are you losing fur again? Or are you just shedding? Maybe shedding. Kind of looks like shedding. You got itches? Seems like you have itches. Probably because you're here. Yesterday was hot. When we were in Tokyo, it was definitely getting hot. But today is a little bit cooler. But yesterday, I don't even know how to describe it. Summer here is like Florida or Dallas. Like, it's just so humid. He is. This project is primarily for him because he does this. And then I'm trying to edit a video or something and he wants to do this. Like, sir, what are you doing? I don't need my hair done. You need your hair done. Please don't sneeze on me. He also, like, he seems to have some allergies, I think, because, like, he sneezes pretty easily. So sometimes he'll, like, have sneezing fits. So that's why I'm like, please don't sneeze on me. Hi, Johnny! How are you doing? Johnny 5. I'm making a project right now for my cats. Mostly for Loki, which is the black cat that was like licking my hair a second ago. And this is to keep them entertained. This is cat Netflix. I'm pretty good. Thank you for making introductions in the chat as well. I always appreciate when you guys do that. Maybe I should wait and glue this first. I'm getting ahead of myself. So the purpose of this project is a bird feeder with the intent of keeping my cats entertained so that when I edit content for you guys, I am not trying to balance my cat playing on my keyboard and editing. I have definitely come back to my computer a couple times, and Moxie has stood on it and entered. My keyboard can do both English and Japanese, so I've come back and the language has been changed, or I've come back and there's just like A, Z, X, because somebody stood on top of the keys. People think don't be shy. Yeah, don't be shy. My friend, one of my YouTube friends, World of Ragus, he was calling it on his channel In the Bushes. Oh, there's people in the bushes right now. And I think that's so cute. I should tell him that. I'm gonna try and glue these together, but I think I'm gonna have to hold it. Both of my cats are aggressively licking themselves. Welcome back, Potts! How are you doing? Thank you for saying hello to each other in the chat. I always appreciate that. I rhymed accidentally. Oh, this is it's not turning out the way I want. It's like kind of bubbling. Okay, maybe I should focus on one part at a time. I'm just gonna focus on holding these together. Okay? And then the rest, I feel like the rest will sort itself out afterwards, because I still have to duct tape when this is all said and done. So that's what we're gonna do. Yay! I appreciate the positivity, Johnny. I think afterwards, because I need to go to the store and get cat litter and all of that, I'm gonna use the duct tape to waterproof it. And I might grab some bird seeds to put inside of it for the birds. Although I have like a few seeds around the house I can use. I don't want to use anything that's gonna make the birds sick. So I have like some salted peanuts. I don't want to use those. But I have some pumpkin seeds I could put in here, some walnuts. I could probably get some unsalted, unflavored almonds from the conveni. They might like that. I think when I was gardening the other day, a centipede or something bit me. Because I have like a little bite on my hand. I'm like 90% sure I got this bite while gardening. So out of spite, I should go get some of the centipedes and put them in here for snacks. But I don't want to get bitten again. Alright, it kind of seems like it's staying. Keeping in mind that we absolutely had zero, whatchamacallit, plan. We had no building plan. I feel like it's actually coming out a little bit better than expected. I also think it needs to have some way to refill it. So like to add more food or something. So that's part of why I made it where it has an opening. I have cat hair all over my face. That's why I keep wiping at my face. Because Loki just came over here and rubbed on me. And I feel like he transferred half of his body hair onto my face. Through tip. I'm thinking if I glue here, right? So it's like this way, right? Something like this. Then I can put like a front door in the front for the birds to actually use, and then a back door that's kind of like, you know salt, when you open salt and it has a little thing that you pull. Hold on. Let's not break it. You okay? You want too much licking. Hold on. See, this is what I have in mind to refill it. Like the salt. Because you know, like the salt, you can just pull it and it opens. I don't want to touch all over it because I have some glue. Hi, I'm back. I have some glue on my hands, but I just want to show, like you just pull it and open it. So I want to do something like that where I can just pull it and open it. But honestly, this might have to be a multi-day project. Which reminds me, I have cat hair all over my face. Tomorrow I have a meeting, okay? And the meeting, exactly like a drawbridge. I love the reference, by the way. Very cool. Imo-san! O genki desu ka? How do I explain this? これは猫のテレビ。だからいつも私の猫すすめ見て。これはすすめのご飯部屋。あとでいつ以上で私の猫見てできます。すすめ食べて。I hope that made sense. Okay. Maybe like this. A little bit. I speak a little bit of Japanese. I can read it a little bit too, but not my Japanese is not strong enough to have a full conversation. Like to do the stream in Japanese. But like every once in a while I can have like little sidebar. Hi Basketball 24. What's up? Sophie. Good night. Oyasumi nasai. We talked about that in another stream. I think. Oh, okay. I hope so too. I don't think I will finish this today, so I might have to do another stream and show you guys. Tomorrow the stream might be late because I have a meeting. So I will probably have to wait until the meeting is over tomorrow. So the stream will be late tomorrow. Cat, what's up? Yes, we're still here. We're fighting to get this bird feeder complete. I feel like it would have been substantially easier, okay? Very much easier to just go to the store, okay, and buy a bird feeder. But the downside of going to the store and buying a bird feeder is less. You know what? That's smart. I don't have clamps, but I do have paper clips. Johnny, you are a genius. Favorite bird. Oh, that's so hard. That's very difficult. Lately I've been loving sparrows. I'm building this for sparrows specifically. But I grew up in Arizona and cardinals are the state bird there, I think. No, they're not the state bird. Cactus wrens are the state bird. But cardinals are very popular there. So I love cardinals. I think they're kind of magical. Sorry, my face in the camera. See? Paper clips. So I love cardinals too. My friend, I've featured him on the channel twice now, at least. My friend Jonathan here, he is into wildlife photography and he showed me this Japanese white-eyed bird or something like that. Those are very cute. And I love cranes. But yeah, probably lately it's been sparrows. I think there's something special about sparrows. They're small, but they're very cute. And they just, I don't know, they make daily life better. So lately it's been sparrows. But I love animals in general. You too? You know, in Japanese, sparrows are called susume, which I think is such a pretty name. Like, I think it's a lot prettier than sparrow. Okay, this is... We're gonna try and cram. Please go back inside. It was going very smoothly, and then we got to this point. And yeah, I think we might need the paper clips. All right, I'm just gonna start clipping before this dries, because I actually think that's a very, very good idea. Okay, that's clipped. Yeah, that helped. And then now I just gotta get the top under control. I think I just need to hold it. Because I don't think I can clip the top because of the angle, but I can hold it. So yeah, I think, Johnny, you saved the day, actually. Brilliant idea. Then once I'm done letting it glue, I'm gonna have to duct tape it. And we're gonna have to build like an entry point to refill. And I don't know. You gotta go? Okay. I will see you later, Basketball24. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Johnny, I don't know if I would call myself an artist. I'm kind of an artsy person, but like, I'm just winging this. No pun intended. But my cats, like, they're constantly needing attention and like stimulation, and I feel like the fact that they're inside the house, like, I want them to have something to do, you know? Especially because I'm gonna start, it's art? Fair enough, okay. Especially because I'm gonna start working in the office again, or at least that's the plan. And I don't want them to feel lonely all day, like they're forgotten. Because lately, with focusing on content, you know what? I feel like we should give it a name. And I don't know how to incorporate wing in it. Maybe Susume House. Like Sparrow House. And I'm also thinking, so like in Japan, there's like a traditional style roof where they have like really pretty like roof art. Like they'll have like dragons on the roof or something. I don't know how to show. Hold on. You can kind of see what I mean. This is like not an exact example, but oh, you can't see. Susume. Keeping in mind that I have an accent when I say it, so it may not be perfect, but that's what Sparrow is. Yeah, I feel like maybe I should put like some art, some roof art. So I think I'm gonna put, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll put like a back on here. So back here. And then a front here. And then I'll try and make it, like it's kind of narrow to be like a Japanese castle style. Maybe when this one wears out, if it goes well, then I'll have to make a next generation one that's more fancy. Because I didn't even think of that. I could have done it like Japanese castle style. But at least I'm gonna put like, I'll find a video or something that shows, or photo that shows what I'm talking about. But like here in Japan, there are like a lot of old buildings that have like really beautiful roof tiles. And like sometimes they'll have like fish like sticking off. So it'll be like the fish swimming downwards. It'll be like a fish dragon. Or it'll be like a tiger or something. But it's like on the edge of the roof. Popsicle sticks. I would have to eat a lot of popsicles though. But that actually might be a good idea. Because I feel like it would be pretty easy to make waterproof. Denny, what's up? How are you doing? Now that you mentioned that, I actually think another thing I can do to reinforce it is to add more reinforcement from the bottom. This is gonna be the fanciest, most luxury sparrow house I've ever made. I don't think I have dollar store here, but I have Daiso, which is kind of like a dollar store. So maybe I can make, I don't want to do something heavy, but I'm thinking if I put more strips on here, along here, I can reinforce it. Thank you for the paperclip idea, though. That actually helped tremendously. So let's do... This actually turned out to be way more fun than I thought, but a little bit more labor intensive. So it's probably, this is honestly probably going to be a 2-day task. I'm going to try and remember to post on the community page to remind everybody, but tomorrow I will probably be late for streaming because I have a meeting. It's basically a castle for the sparrows outside of my house because my cats, these are my cats. My cats are like very smart and very high energy, and like sometimes when I'm editing, they want to like climb all over the keyboard. And I'm also about to start working in the office again, and those two things combined, I feel like they need more stimulation. So this is Netflix for cats. I'm basically building a bird feeder thing for the sparrows that live near my house so they can come and get snacks from it, and my cats can sit there and watch them instead of being lonely or climbing on my keyboard. So that's the plan right now. And as we've been going, at first I was just going to make something very simple, and that was going to be it. But as we've been going, people have been adding more and more ideas, and now I'm actually becoming more and more excited about the project. For me, I was just like, you know what? I could build like something for the birds and also entertain my cats. I'm gonna just do that, and I can just stream it. But then once I started going, then people started coming up with the different ideas that I can apply and making it better. Like Johnny suggested the paper clips to hold it in place. And I think I'm gonna start reinforcing from the bottom down here. And then I can just clip it in place. The waterproofing aspect of this, making sure it's waterproof, is like non-negotiable. It's absolutely essential because May, like probably mid to end of May and June especially, are rainy season here in Japan. So over the next couple of weeks, it's definitely going to be rainy. So if I don't want it to be ruined right away, Japanese bush warbler? Is that your favorite bird, Denny? What do those eat? What do they eat? Because I was just thinking I could put like standard bird seed or maybe like some seeds or seasoning I have from the kitchen. Like nothing with like salt or sugar on it because I don't think that's healthy for them. But like I have some like plain walnuts and some plain pumpkin seeds. So I was thinking that's probably safe for birds. But if anybody knows a lot about birds and you can recommend what they eat. Okay. I'm a memo that. Japanese bush warbler. But what kind of seed? What kind? And also, like, I feel like they have different bird seed here than, like, in the US. I don't think I've ever bought bird seed here before. And I think I can probably buy either or. Oh, this one's too narrow, so it's going to have to go at the top, maybe? No, it's too narrow in general. I need It's too short. You said uguisu. Uguisu. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can find more info on those later. You guys have made this into a extremely fun project. And now, not only do I have something creative to do, now I want to do a ton of research. And I'm kind of thinking I should have made this fancier. But I feel like this is a test pilot project. You know what I mean? Like, let's just try it out, see if it's fun, see if we can get it to stay in place. If I can successfully waterproof it, because that's important. Wouldn't it be cool? Guys, imagine this, okay? I just got an idea. Wouldn't it be cool if I could somehow live stream the birds? I don't know how I would pull that off. But you know how like people have like nature feeds and they just like, oh look, a squirrel, a bird, like, you know? I don't know how I would pull that off, but low key. All of this is also recycled material. So this is coming, all of this cardboard is coming from the water bottle cartons that I got here. This is starting to look like a lighthouse. Yeah. That would be cute, right? We could call it the Susume Lighthouse. The Sparrow's Lighthouse. But I don't know what the word for lighthouse is in Japanese. I have to look it up. But I can just like make it a little name plaque. Johnny, you are a genius, man. The clips is this whole clip thing is helping a lot. Because it's so small that paper clips actually work. But because the cardboard is fairly thick, the paper clips are actually doing a very good job of holding it in place. Do you know what else this reminds me of? Believe it or not, I haven't seen this Ghibli movie, but there's a Ghibli movie called The Castle in the Sky, and that's what it's kind of reminding me of. Now I gotta go back and watch that movie. I really, really love live streaming because you guys always make my day. Especially like when I'm doing like a project or something, like the positive vibes are like fantastic. So I appreciate that. All the ideas and stuff like that. It just makes it so much more fun. And it's made of recycled materials, which I really like. I think I did that backwards. Yep. Todai. Okay. I'm gonna practice writing that. Thank you, first of all, Johnny. I'm going to practice writing that, the kanji, and then I'm gonna make like a little name plaque for it, so it's all official. I will double check. I have a, it's a little lopsided, no? I have an app called Taco, which Taco means octopus in Japanese. And that app, it like gives you multiple translations for different words. So I will check on that app too to see if it gives me the same word. Because I think I mentioned it earlier in the stream. I've been trying my hand at letter writing in Japanese, like not letter writing, but like texting back and forth with my retired neighbor. But instead of using Google Translate or something or ChatGPT and just like making the message instantly, I've been like actually sitting there and selecting the hiragana and like typing out the message. So it's kind of like a little kid learning to write, you know? And so I've been doing that. So this can just add to my learning task. My new word of the week is niwa, before todai. And niwa means garden. My friend and I are working on a really big project for this YouTube channel involving a garden. Actually, my YouTube profile picture is kind of a sneak peek. It's one of the photos that we took there. And by we, I mean my friend, who is super talented, took the photo of me. He has a lot of Japan photography stuff, and he has a lot of bird-related stuff. So if you guys want his Instagram information, let me know, and I can share that. Little by little, right? This was supposed to be an hour-long stream, and then someone asked me, can I go past an hour today? And then now I'm really into the project, and I don't want to stop. But I need to go to the store, and I need to finish cleaning around my house. So I'm probably going to put one more layer here, and then put a back on here. And then we will put a pin in it for today. Literally. And then I'll have to come back to this project later. But it's crazy because like when I started off, I was like, man, I'll just make this, you know, to entertain my cats because I need them to find something to do. And now it's like you guys have added such meaning to it, you know? It's not just like a tasker. It's like a way to reconnect with my creative side. It's probably a good idea to let it sit and dry anyways. I feel like there's a little bit of a gap here. So maybe I should also put it on a base or a platform. I also think that might be easier for the birds to land on. Little by little, it's all the love. You know, my favorite Ghibli movie is Howl's Moving Castle. And like, that's like kind of like the main character in that movie. That's her superpower. she's able to like talk life into things and inspire things and like get things to be. I mean, I don't think they show it a lot in the movie, but like there's a book version of it too. You know what I'm talking about. See, I knew you were a homie. And I feel like that's what we've done here. It went from just like a regular project to like an inspired collaborative effort. Sanu! What's up is this tower. We're building a tower. We're naming it the Susume Todai. And it's gonna be entertainment for my cats while I'm busy or at work. How about you? How are you doing? I don't think I originally meant for it to be this tall. I really didn't have a good strong plan to develop beforehand. But as we've been going, little by little, it's been taking on character, like Johnny said. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. I think we're gonna have to reinforce this with duct tape or some other waterproof material, just to make sure it doesn't get ruined, because it's supposed to go outside, of course. Oh, this one's kind of long. As it gets taller, it's more narrow. So the ones at the top, I'm kind of having to trim a little bit. I feel like if this project does not show you that I majored in art and not engineering, I don't know what else will. I majored in art in junior college, and I majored in marketing and advertising in university. But I feel like the older I've become recently, the more uncreative I've been becoming, if that makes sense. Like, this is so crooked. Once I completed university and I went on to like corporate jobs and stuff like that, it was all about like productivity and being a good manager and workflow and stuff like that. Not really about being creative or being yourself, you know? And I think YouTube is kind of reopening my creative side, like allowing me to be creative again. Because I've seen some people that can do live streams where they just like do the stream and then they go to sleep. Like they just set up the camera and they go to sleep somewhere and they're like, all right, everybody watch. But I can't do that. I feel like, one, I'm too paranoid for that. And two, I don't think it's that interesting, personally. So as I've been making more and more content, I'm like, okay, how can I, if not teach somebody something, at least be entertaining? Like at least like this can be like a chill checkpoint in your day, you know? Whatever you have going on, you can just, you know, take a break. We'll make a tower for the birds. Just talk about Ghibli movies or whatever and relax. And so that's kind of what this has become. This is definitely lopsided. I'm trying to make like a back for the tower. I don't know if this is going to work or not. So I'm trying to make edges on here so that when I glue it, it stays put. Is that too crazy? I think it will work. I think it can work. No? But I wish that the clips would be able to clip it on. And I don't know how I'm going to clip it this way. I'm going to have to hold it. Guys, we're not giving up on this. We're not gonna stop believing. I'm gonna hold the side so it stays on. If you guys can see the pattern on this, it's because this used to be a box for water. And we are reducing, reusing, and recycling it into a bird feeder / Netflix for cats to keep my cats entertained. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hold this. Yeah, this is gonna keep my cats entertained and be something for the birds to do here. You know, I feel like some push pans would be phenomenal here, because I could just push the pans in, hold it in place that way, but I don't think I have any. I just got an announcement that I'm live, which means that it might have cut off. So if it did, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to pin it anyways, I think. Is there any way to pin it? I don't think so. I wanted to pin it, but the only thing that would work I can think of is push pins. Or just laying it down. You know? That could work. Alright. So what I'm going to do is, since the tower structure is pretty much in place for now, I am going to glue down the back of this and let it sit, which is going to close off this tower, right? And I'm going to let this sit overnight, and then the plan is to resume this project either tomorrow or sometime next week. So stay tuned. This is definitely not quite done yet. We're going to bling this out. It's going to be like a Ghibli style bird feeder. That's a plan. But I got to get back to adulting, the real world task that I got to do. So I'm going to glue this, and then we're going to let it set. Please leave well wishes that it dries evenly. And I'm going to set the water bottle on it. I hope that's not too heavy. I think it's going to work. Yeah. All right. That is our stopping point. So I'm going to clean up all the cardboard and put away the glue, paper clips, all of that for now. The official name of this tower is going to be the Susume Todai, which means I need to practice writing that in kanji. I think I'm going to try and make a little platform and mailbox for it. I also need to look up what Japanese warblers eat and sparrows eat to make sure they have a nutritious supply of food here. And please check in later so that you guys can see the conclusion of this project. The birds are already excited. So with that, I'm going to sign out, and I will see you guys later. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you can get an update on this bird feeder project. See you later. Bye.